Is that a wig? Is Madam Secretary, the White House. The White House is down. Hey, I'm Briggs. We are briefly obsessed today with Superman, and we are here with my friends Beckett, JP, and Hump, and we are talking the new David Cornsweet. David Cornsweet. I'm going to get used to that name because I'm going to say it right now. That is my Superman. You can keep Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, throw him out. He's my least favorite version of Superman. I'm sorry, Humphrey. I know you just said that he was your favorite, but he was my least favorite version of Superman. He's too serious. Him and Ben Affleck, they can have their own depressing freaking universe.
Wait, Ben Affleck was Superman?
Batman.
They did Superman versus Batman.
Oh, I love Man of Steel. Man of Steel's my favorite.
Oh, Man of Steel is your favorite. Okay.
It's my favorite too.
Yeah, I like your backdrop, Aaron, actually. A lot of character. You got I see a MetaQuest 3. I got a couple controllers sitting there mounted on the wall.
Yes.
One sad dangling wire that I could see a mouse just like biting into. And
it is Velcroed, not straightly to the wall.
I like the effort.
Okay.
Hey, if you don't half-ass it, then you didn't try.
That should be a shirt. I love it.
Thought would be fun is if we all did hot takes about the movie. Whoever touches their nose last has to go first. Beckett.
I like James Gunn's other things, Guardians of the Galaxy. I enjoyed the Suicide Squad. And this movie, I probably don't like it as much as Aaron and Hump because I think there were devices in there that insulted my intelligence. But it's probably because I've been watching movies forever and I got to really think who this movie was built for, its audience, and I'm trying to separate my dumbass brain from that. I'd give it a 7.5.
Ooh. Already with the ratings. Okay, go ahead.
I liked it. I mean, you want how hot a take do you want?
As hot as you want to give it.
So, you're trying to bring a little personality to Superman. Superman is a hard character because he's very stiff. He's Superman, usually infallible almost. Right off the bat, he's getting the crap beat out of him, which I thought was good. We saw him at his worst right away. That was unique. You usually don't see that with Superman, so I appreciated that. Lex Luthor was certainly evil. I appreciated that character a lot.
My hot take is going to be coming from a very spontaneous reaction in the movie. And I don't know a lot about the Superman lore. And as just a casual viewer, I just was, to be honest, I was entertained. I don't know how long the movie was, but it didn't feel long. I wasn't bored. Just going from just straight up being someone that goes to the movies. I had a good time at the theater. Didn't want to see it. I don't really like a lot of these superhero movies. I find them to be too chaotic. And what's crazy is they introduced a million characters. I didn't know any of them. I didn't really care about them, but I still enjoyed the movie. So I feel like if this was the third movie, this would be an amazing third movie.
I
so ready for this.
I went in.
You should have just went first, buddy. You should have just went first.
I wanted to talk about this movie so bad. I went in with such low expectations for this movie, number one, because since Christopher Reeve's original Superman on screen, and keep in mind, I believe this is one of the first superheroes ever created. And he's my personal favorite.
Is that a bet?
He's the first.
Fun. I mean,
Superman's based off of John Carter.
What about Jesus Christ?
Okay,
well, no, he's actually
yes, there are some similarities there too.
He's actually based off of Moses. Like that's where.
There's a lot of allegory there.
It's like the whole immigrant.
Yeah, thing. I just was when I come off a movie that I like, I'm really hot about it and I'm really excited. But I was so blown away. I was emotional. And I know that sounds so stupid, but he's my favorite superhero. And they did him so well. There was no point in the movie I was like, oh man, of course, the fly in the suit that I always get whenever I watch a superhero movie or any movie that I'm really excited for this and what they did this thing and I got to roll my eyes. At no point in the movie did I feel like I had to roll my eyes and be like, it was totally earnest. He was very showing his human emotions actually is kind of like a polar opposite of the way they do in The Boys, because you have like this infinitely powerful character that's evil, but then with Clark Kent and with Superman, you have this infinitely powerful character that is good, that is like incorrigibly good character. He wants to save everybody. Like his anger is truly righteous because he cares about people. And I just there's so many Easter eggs as being a huge fan of the comics. I was like, I'm ready for the DC universe like to go off and make their movies, Supergirl, everything else. I'm just so excited because the villain was great. Jimmy Olsen was great. I thought Lois Lane was the weakest person. That's my hot take.
Really?
She did a great job, but just compared to everybody else. So that's it.
Well, you didn't like Courtney Cox?
She was great. I don't think she was.
You don't like how she interviewed Superman and got him triggered?
I liked that actually. I just didn't like her Lois Lane.
She's like the most accurate Lois Lane. Like,
Yeah, Aaron. What kind of Superman fan are you? Such an accurate depiction of Lois Lane.
Oh my God.
I loved her. She was like my favorite. That was like kind of one of my hot take highlights of the Superman movie was Lois Lane. I found her very infectious. I loved the chemistry she had with Clark Kent and Superman. And I thought she added a lot. You know, she actually showed heroism without being, oh my God, I have all these skills and I already know what I'm doing. I love that too.
Yeah. Yeah, her jumping in and saving the day is very comic book accurate as well. So I did like that as well. But Humphrey, you go out. It's your turn. Let you do your tell us what you think. Your hot take.
All right, so I'm gonna break it down because like basically like this movie, there's three sides of this movie. You have like well, not the movie, like Superman. Like you have fans who are they're like the nostalgic fans. Like some people just swear by Christopher Reeves. It was the first superhero movie ever made, like live action with effects and stuff. So it's like people who are like really nostalgic, they swear by Christopher Reeves. And then you have the Man of Steel movies, which like actually Man of Steel is still my favorite out of all the movies. And I'll tell you why. Like Man of Steel is because like that takes on a more modern, realistic point of view of like how Superman would live in our society today as a realistic, like, you know, take on Superman. Like that's kind of like what Christopher Reeve's movies were based off of, like more of the 1930s, like comic, like George Reeves and Max Fleischer, like the old school, like Superman stuff. And then the Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, was more based on today's society, more of like if you know, a lot of people don't realize this, but one of the co-writers of Man of Steel was Christopher Nolan, and Christopher Nolan like co-wrote Man of Steel. He was also the godfather. He was basically the Kevin Feige of the DCU, like at the time. But then he kind of backed out after Man of Steel. But Christopher Nolan also wrote Man of Steel coming off of the Dark Knight trilogy. So like because of the Dark Knight trilogy, like the Warner Brothers, the studios of Warner Brothers wanted like the movies to be more realistic, more like, you know, like filmed, you know, and more of like a drama kind of, you know, like an Oscar winning type of movie. This movie, you throw out all the realism out of all the movies, all the superhero movies. Like you go like you throw away like Man of Steel and all the realistic points of it. Like even like the Christopher Reeves movies had more of a realistic take on it too. And then you have the Marvel movies that also had borderline realistic and fantasy based. This movie was all fantasy. Like there's nothing like realistic about this movie, except for that one part where she interviews Clark Kent. The whole movie, it's almost like live action, like Pixar movie, Incredibles or like Megamind. When something happens, like something drastically happens, like a world-ending event happens, and then after it's over, everything gets reset back to normal again, and everyone goes on with their normal lives. There's no like, people crying or people's houses were destroyed, and they're like, everyone just goes back to work like it's normal. It's a more friendlier universe compared to like all the other stuff that we've had in the past.
I would say optimistic.
Yeah, because it's like that's kind of like what the world needs right now.
For me, and I don't know how big of a fan you were of the comics, but at his core, that's Superman.
Yeah,
and in the interviews with James Gunn, they talk about how and why they brought back the outside underwear. And I don't know if you saw that interview. It's because he's supposed to look a little bit silly. Like kids are supposed to be able to approach this like godlike man and godlike alien, and feel comfortable and happy when they see him, because he's got his underwear outside his pants. He looks
I
ridiculous.
thought that was Quail Man that did that.
Quail Man, yeah, from Doug.
Quail Man I get it. It's from Doug Funny. It's his alter ego as a superhero, and he probably took that from Superman, right? You would say like the underwear over the pants. Yeah. So it's just like a nod. I'm just saying that Quail Man is a beautiful nod to Superman and its positivity, because Doug himself was a very relatable character. If you've watched Doug, I don't know, maybe you didn't watch Doug. I figured you had a very wide range.
Doug. Saw both series, the remake on Disney and the original Nickelodeon, and of course Doug's first movie, which was great, which I loved.
Okay, all right. My favorite scene is they fought in like an IHOP, fell into the building of the IHOP restaurant, and they're all fighting. And I love when they can combine something that's so relatable to me to like superheroes fighting. Like that's so cool to me.
Going back to like what Beckett said, the thing about Man of Steel 2 is that it did like that was a movie that tried to make sense of Superman being in our world. That's why a lot of people couldn't relate to it, because they were trying, like that's the biggest thing about Superman, like all these movie directors for so many years, they were trying to like humanize Superman, like trying to make him relatable and make him human. That's great, like what they were trying to do. Like you said, Superman's supposed to be fun, and people are supposed to love Superman because he's positive and all this stuff. And it's like the thing, but the thing about Superman is also that he's like he's a cartoon. So it's like he's not, it's like if you want that, this is the way, like this has to be in a way, which what James Gunn did, because it's like he almost like basically took like Superman and made him like it's almost like a movie from like back in the 80s where you didn't have to explain shit, it just like you just watched it and you had fun with it, right? Like you didn't, there's no explanation in this world. It's the Gunn world, so it's basically like putting you in this universe where you're set in this superhero universe. This world is set in a world of superpowered people. So that's
gods and monsters. Yeah,
basically, there's no explanation. It's bringing mythology back, And
Aaron's a metahuman. He plays the MetaQuest, and he's on the metaverse. He's in the metaverse.
Yeah, and I have my little genetic disorder.
No, that's not has anything to do with the MetaQuest.
It is a genetic mutation. So
does it give you superpowers?
It gives me the power of deafness.
My favorite part of the entire movie, and I know it might ruin Lex Luthor's menacingness, but my favorite part of the movie was when he got pissed off that he was losing, and he started just knocking cups of pencils off
I knew you were like that. Just to make the people pick it up, just knocking pencils over and keep picking it up.
It was so petty, and then like you thought the scene ended, and they all grabbed the pencils because they're all like good servants, and then he just knocks another one off, and I'm just like, I kind of like that.
Yeah, Lex is a dick. Yeah.
And he capped the guy with the Russian
Yeah.
roulette. And then he was like, "Oh shit! I didn't think it would go that quick." That was amazing. He got him in 2 shots.
The
That
falafel
guy's
guy.
so unlucky.
That was so funny. Lex is evil for the love of the game. He is one of the few like the Joker is insane, you know, and you have so many other villains with so many other backstories, but Lex truly just he has this like inferiority complex because Superman exists and he thinks that he's the ultimate human and he's just loves he's just as evil. He's just like, no, I will be as evil as I must possibly be to take down Superman. Why? Because screw Superman. Because look at him. That's literally his. Because look at this guy. That's his whole
Well,
thing.
you know,
I
did
just
you
love
hear?
that. I thought he was one of my favorite.
Did you hear what James Gunn said though? Like how he described his Lex Luthor was supposed to be, and I thought it was brilliant.
No,
Like he said that we view Lex as an artist doing everything traditionally, and then you had come Superman, who's basically AI and can do everything.
Okay.
And Lex looks at that and is like, "Fuck this
That's
guy!
right.
You know, this guy's taking over everything. What's going to happen when he when they don't need humans anymore? You know." So he sees it as Superman as a threat, and he wants to abolish all metahumans because of that.
That's interesting. I like that. That is pretty brilliant.
Yeah, that was like James Gunn's like description of how he wanted his Lex Luthor.
Also,
So he's like Magneto then, right?
No, Magneto is like he's a victim from like
he's
War-
a Holocaust survivor.
Holocaust survivor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
Got
got some different motivations. Also, this gave me from the very beginning Sam Raimi Spider-Man vibes. I thought it was the best movie since Raimi Spider-Man.
Well-
Like when Superman is like just blowing through the city in the very beginning, like just like the wind blowing and he's like weaving through the. I was like, that felt just like the first time I saw Superman in theaters, like swinging from the buildings in New York City, dude. I was, like gave me it made me so like, oh, dude, this is gonna be good. It just really like brought that
Well,
action, you know, that action of flying in a way that I feel like other movies haven't really done very well.
That's
So,
a perfect example because like what you just said is basically perfect because like the Sam Raimi movies were all fantasy too. They weren't realistic, and if you think about it, because they kind of had the same kind of universe where like things happen and like everything gets like goes back to normal. Like Sandman comes, tries to rob this truck, and then like he gets arrested, and then or he gets away, and like everybody just acts like it's like it's not a big deal, and they just move on with their life. Like like no one really like sticks around.
that's there's like yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. But I feel like that's a two-edged sword because on the one hand, yeah, everybody's sad in Man of Steel, but also they're killing thousands of people like in that Zod fight. They're destroying so many but Superman doesn't care at all. This Superman's saving squirrels and dogs from burning buildings and stuff like that. I thought that was so fun.
That was the biggest complaint on Man of Steel, that Superman wasn't like really saving. But if you really think about it, if you take it from a realistic point of view, there was an alien invasion. There's all these other Kryptonians who have the same power as Superman. They're just as strong as Superman. That's basically like Superman Begins. So basically, this is the first time he's actually being Superman for once. He doesn't know how to fight. He's not a trained fighter. All the other Kryptonians are soldiers. So he's like fighting for his life right now and trying to protect the world. The only reason why he has an up against all the other, he had the powers longer than them, so he knows how to use the powers. But the thing is, like, it's an alien invasion, so it's like he's not gonna have time to like save people. He is telling people to evacuate while they're about to fight, and they're like, stay inside, don't come out, blah blah blah, and basically like he's fighting these people, to the death. Like these guys are trying to kill him, and he's trying to save everybody by like stopping them.
It's
because
just
he's the
like,
only
hey,
one that
go
can
in
defend
a
you.
less populated area, man. Can
Well,
you
that's
like?
the thing. That's the whole point. This is the first time he was being Superman.
But
So
they didn't show him like feeling and like, okay, I'm killing thousands of people. Like, what a bummer. You know,
No,
like
they
he
did.
didn't care. He didn't even care that he killed all those people.
They did. He did tell him
Are
like,
we talking about a different movie?
Yeah,
yeah, man.
we are talking about different. Sorry. All right,
I like the DEI Dr. Robotnik character. He was my favorite.
Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, he is DEI Dr. Robotnik. He had like
Oh,
these
you're
little like,
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
Dude.
Yeah.
I love when he like had that one scene at the camp where they had to infiltrate the
Needle
portal,
drop.
and he just had these things
Yeah.
just take them all out. That totally reminded me of Sonic the Hedgehog. It was total Dr. Robotnik moment right there. I loved it.
Yeah. What did you think of the way they did? I thought he was. I had two complaints about age in this movie. One is that I thought Mr. Terrific was a little bit too young, and two, and I might get a lot of flack for saying this is a hot take, but I think Nathan Fillion is just a little bit like 10 years too old to be playing Guy Gardner. Like he's getting a little bit old. I
Who's
love
Guy
it.
Gardner.
the Green
Guy
Lantern.
Gardner's the guy with the Green Lantern ring.
Hair.
Oh, you thought he was too old?
Yeah,
I don't really-
I love Guy Gardner's one of my favorite characters from.
But you know about Nathan Fillion, right? Nathan Fillion, like that was like his dream to play.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he's always been trying to get the Green Lantern role for like.
Oh no
the
way!
longest
That's so
time.
awesome.
So every time they do like an animated movie, they always get Nathan Fillion to like do the voice for Green Lantern.
He kind of reminded me of Galaxy Quest aliens with his bangs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that.
I
that
am
look,
Green Lantern.
Okay.
I am Green Lantern.
Please, man, is not
Well done.
good.
Okay.
We
I
need
thought
to
he was good. He was fun. That one girl though that looked, the one that was the bird.
Hawk
I could
girl.
have done without. I could have done without her, to be honest with you. She didn't really offer much. She kind of sounded like every woman that I talked to. She just like,
That's JP's type, though. That's the women that JP likes.
So Crypto. I want to talk about Crypto.
Crypto. I want
okay,
that dog.
I love.
I thought that I was gonna hate Crypto before I saw it. I love him.
Love him.
I thought he was a gem in this movie, and
Yeah.
it couldn't have worked without him, honestly. I
Yeah,
thought that he
really
was well
couldn't
written.
have.
Yeah, the dog was excellent, and I'm amazed they pulled it off.
Yeah.
That's because James Gunn's like a marketing genius. I mean, if you look at all his movies, like his Marvel movies, like what's his number one selling guy? Like freaking Groot, like Baby Groot. Like
Oh,
he makes these characters to sell plushies, So like
Wow.
like it grabs like the little kids and the female audience to come in
Yeah.
and
there's
they can.
a few scenes
True.
that come to mind that were completely set up for the emotional heartstrings, and one of
Yeah.
them is when Superman literally wakes up with like Crypto just literally just chilling on his chest with his
Mhm.
nose pointed at. I'm like,
That's
oh
very
come
cute.
on,
It was
oh come
adorable.
on! Like I saw that scene and I'm like, everyone knows why that scene was there. It was for the awe, like the subreddit awe, to just screenshot that moment and then caption it a million times. But I think that beyond the overly contrived use of it to just bait awe moments, I
It
agree
worked.
with Beckett that he actually served vital purposes and roles throughout it. And honestly, had more personality than that Hawkeye girl.
Yeah, I wasn't a
He is
fan of
not a
Hawkeye.
fan of
Like
Hawkeye.
Really? I kind of liked it. I kind of liked
her,
it.
like, the way she looked,
Inspired.
like the mask and
It was
everything.
okay.
But it's like
Of course, Aaron liked it. That you're telling me you're projecting. I like those types of girls. You 100% like those types of girls.
But also, like James Gunn loves putting these like asshole kind of type characters into like his movies. So like you have like Guy Gardner being a dick, and she was kind of being a bitch. She's kind of like a Negasonic teenage warhead character.
A little bit, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that's exactly what Aaron likes. Anyway, Crypto was great. And then again, had several moments where like he came through, but not in like a way that you're like, oh, here he comes. But one thing I don't understand is how Superman was so bad at training the dog. Is that not his dog?
It's not his dog.
It's
It's a
Supergirl.
prostitute
Oh,
situation.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, it's not his dog.
Did you see the end of it?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the drunk girl, Alicia Silverstone.
The
that's-
drunk girl? You mean Supergirl, who was in Supergirl regalia and said, "Hey, bitch, where's my dog?" That girl?
Yeah, Alicia Silverstone, wasn't she Supergirl? Alicia
No.
Silverstone.
It's what's her name? Millie?
Yeah.
The girl from
okay.
House of
I didn't
Dragons.
realize it was her.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, either way, I don't get it. How is she drunk? I thought that they don't get drunk on the planet. I
Explains
thought,
it, JP.
That's what
He
this
said he
is.
went to the Red Sun.
This is the
Yeah, but
book.
Oh, you have it.
Jesus, he has it.
yeah, but she wasn't drunk on the other. She wasn't
So,
on
like-
the red planet.
so
Doesn't
the
she
next
sober
movie-
up?
So the next movie is gonna explain that. Is that like they're basing
Sobers
it off
up.
Okay.
what they're basing it off of.
So
it's
when
like-
she's on the ice, when she's in his ice chamber, why is she still drunk? Is all I'm saying.
Because she has a lot of
Oh.
trauma, JP.
That's actually,
She's
he's
experienced
right.
a lot of trauma.
she still has to heal
No,
from
no,
like
he's right.
the sun, like
She
she
should
still has
already
to
be
generate.
Oh, okay. She has to
already
sober
healed.
up. She has to sober up in the ice chamber. All right,
No.
No,
Fortress of
if she was
Solitude.
we'll go with
flying in
that.
space. Was she flying in space? If she was flying in space, she would have had unobstructed yellow sun on her. She'd have been sober in a second.
She goes
She
with
would
the
have
been-
been-
They have a red sun. She's human.
No, but she to come back to Earth, yellow sun. She couldn't avoid it. She was in space. Moment in the whole movie, green baby.
Oh, baby
Oh
Joey.
yes, green baby.
baby. Green baby made. I almost left because Green Baby was so bad. Green Baby looked like
He almost left.
Green Baby was bad. Green Baby looked like, I don't know, not even Pixar, like bad 90s CGI.
Like
Didn't look like a baby
Shrek
at
and
all.
Fiona had a baby.
Horrible.
They made an
It was
action
bad
figure.
CGI. It looked,
I hate Green Baby.
Green-
I wanted Green Baby
Green
to die.
Baby looked like green. Yeah, I didn't care about Green
You know
Baby.
what, now that you mention it, I kind of wanted him to die too.
Exactly. Green Baby was, this is where, when I say there are certain things in the movie that insulted my intelligence, Green Baby was a plot device for 10 minutes straight.
Okay.
And I didn't, what he was selling, I wasn't buying. It didn't
Yeah.
feel right. It felt very forced. So I
Yeah.
hated Green Baby. And the guy, his dad, he's over emotional. He starts crying like a bitch.
it's awful.
It was bad. But hey, JP, I did
Just a
call it.
regular dude.
No, I called it like
No, it
before. I was
wasn't.
like,
He was in that chamber
he
for
can make
like
a sun. I
years.
was like, he needs helium and hydrogen. And then motherfucker comes out and is like, helium, hydrogen. I'm like, at least I know science. So he did that.
He was in
That was
that.
pretty
He was in that
badass.
prison.
Made a little sun.
He was in that. He was in that prison camp for like a year, and all of a sudden he sees some random Arab get capped, and all of a sudden that changed him. Like, come on, like.
No,
He had emotions. Is the man
No,
not
but he
allowed
was
to want to
crying.
see
he
people
was
die?
kind of like, okay, when you watch it again, guys, pay attention how overly emotive and bitch-like his reaction is. It's ridiculous. And then he's going to be one of the Justice Gang.
He just showed.
I hate that guy, and I hate his baby.
Wow, that's so rude. I love how they set up. You guys don't know comics, but I love how they set up the Superman clone to potentially come back as Bizarro. That's really exciting.
Oh, interesting. I did
Oh,
not
is
get
that
that.
really
I
what it
didn't-
was?
I
That
didn't
was
get it.
coming back as Bizarro.
But Bizarro's, but that doesn't make sense because Bizarro has to be a robot.
No,
No,
Bizarro. No,
Bizarro's-
you're thinking of a different.
Bizarro's a clone of Superman.
Yeah.
You're
Wait,
talking
I
about
thought
Cyborg.
Bizarro was.
No, the
was
robot is
robotic.
different. Bizarro
Okay, now-
Superman is a slow, stronger,
Well, basically what Lex Luthor said. He's a
like
dumb.
the opposite. He's got
version.
ice eyes and fire breath.
Yeah, I mean,
Brainiac is the big
Okay.
robot brain.
Yeah.
the Bizarro is the zombie-looking Superman. Like
Yeah.
he's the reverse Superman. Like,
Reverse Superman.
With the
And he talked like this. Yeah.
but like
Mm.
Bizarro, basically Lex Luthor says he's the dumber, like stronger version of Superman.
I hate to say it, but when they revealed this clone, all I could think was like, oh my god, it's Bucky Barnes from the Winter Soldier. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
There.
oh cool,
There.
it's a DC Marvel crossover. Where's your metal arm?
When they first pulled it off, I thought it was Henry Cavill.
Oh, did you?
Wow.
I thought he looked like Bucky Barnes.
People said he looked like Anakin Skywalker.
Oh yeah, I see that too.
Okay. Yeah, I see that too.
Totally.
I see that. Yeah. He had the high ground. What did you guys think about the immediate flip of the crowd around Superman once that video dropped with Lex saying that Superman's parents were? They immediately like throw things at his head.
So
He
this is
saves them daily.
this is
I
my
know,
theory.
that's the fear, though. That was like a known fear. Like
No,
that.
this is
you
my
know.
this is my theory. Is that
Yeah.
the what you call it? It was doctrinated. Like basically the engineer. Like this is what I told people. If that was true, then how come Supergirl hasn't told Superman about that? Like Supergirl is like she's been around. She's supposed to when she left Krypton, she's the same age
Yeah.
as she is right now.
Well, wasn't her ship like lost?
Yeah,
Yes.
something like that.
Malfunction or something?
And yeah, she was lost.
He
And then,
lived on a floating city, and then everybody died of kryptonite poisoning. And then after they died, he sent her dad sent her away, and then she came to Earth, and she was older. And
Yeah, she
time
was-
slowed down while they were in the floating Kryptonian city because of the kryptonite poisoning
But
slowed down
she-
time.
she didn't age. Like she stayed like but Superman got to Earth first. So when
Okay.
Superman got to Earth first, he aged. So like by the time he's like an adult, she comes to she comes to Earth, and then Superman, you know. So basically, if she's already in the universe, she should have told Superman, "Hey, Cal, we're supposed to take over the world," but she doesn't. Like she goes off and gets drunk. So basically, like if that was the case, then she would already know that they were supposed to take over the world, but they never.
I thought their ships left at the same time.
Yeah, they did, but she got stuck. So she got stuck in space somehow, and she came to Earth like Superman to Earth first. That's why he was able to age, and by the time he's an adult, that's when she gets to Earth.
Okay, so wait a second. So you're saying that she would have knowledge somehow of?
Yeah, because she was still the same age when she left Krypton. She was still like
Yeah, she's technically older than Clark, even though she's younger when she's on Earth.
You know, well, okay, but
her father would have told her, "Hey, you're supposed to take over the Earth." You
Yeah,
know?
but just
Like
because he
Clark.
said to do that
Well-
doesn't mean she has to do it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if that was the plan, you know what I'm saying?
well,
like
let
if
me
they
ask
were
you guys
evil.
this. I mean,
you know,
they are
Kryptonians?
Kryptonians are, except for the sun, the yellow sun, the effect that has on them. They're biologically the same as us, right?
Similar.
Well, not similar. I don't think they're biological. The same.
So he's not a human.
He's not. No, he's an alien.
I know he's an alien, but can he inseminate a woman?
Well,
He can.
yes.
Then he's a human. Because a chimp can inseminate a woman. Are they saying that our society is bad? Like we're not yet on the Kardashev scale? Like
Because
not a type 1 civilization? So
basically,
we kind
like,
of stuck?
have you ever seen Invincible?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's
I thought
basically
of
what
that
they're trying to-
immediately.
That's what he's
They're
trying to
take
point at.
Invincible. Okay.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be like that same kind of concept.
Mhm.
But I think what happened was that because the engineer is huge, like it's tech from like Earth, right? And like the engineer goes into the Kryptonian tech. Like if the Superman robots can't fix that message, and they're from Krypton, how does the engineer fix it? Unless they she tampered with it.
Well, her
She has, like,
I don't.
nano, whatever.
Yeah, but it's human technology. It's
They
not
have
Kryptonian.
us-
Kryptonian is
I
more
mean,
advanced.
It's
Yeah, but
true,
that's specific technology.
everybody accepted it on faith that this message was true. Terrific
No.
said it. I
No,
mean,
Mr.
Lex
Terrific
said it.
says it, but it's like, but
And then
he's,
Superman even says, "Yeah, it's true." I mean, they all just immediately accept it.
Not to make it
Yeah.
political, but like, let's
Go
say
ahead.
that you're a major Trump supporter, right? And then
Okay.
Trump 3 years, let's say is doing everything that you like, but then the Epstein list comes out and he's on it, wouldn't you immediately be like, oh, I knew, because you're like, yeah, you're a supporter, but in your mind, like, you're like, somewhere in the back of your mind, you're like, well, he could be evil, because so many people say that maybe he's evil, and then you have that fear confirmed, like on national TV. Oh, it's
Okay.
verified. Then you would like, until told like, oh, it was doctored or whatever, but you would maybe immediately be like, all that love can turn into hate really fast. I mean, think of how often that happens.
Point of it. That's what they were trying to do. So the engineer is part of that team, the authority. So basically, when they come out that movie, they're probably gonna have her come out. That's when she becomes a good guy, and then she'll come out to Superman and say like, "Hey, like I tampered with it. It wasn't true." That's my theory. What they're probably gonna end up doing, because that's just gonna piss off people.
Well, I thought what it did was, honestly, Hump, you could be right. I'm not saying you're not. But just if, let's say we only had this movie and it was ever only this movie, at the end when he's enjoying his family, it brings it back around and says, hey, despite everything, I'm a good guy. I feel this in my heart. My parents could be Hitler. They could be two Hitlers. No, it doesn't matter. I'm a good guy. I think that was the message, but you're right.
You're right.
They could change it.
That was the best part of the movie.
Man, I hated his. I hated his parents.
His parents. Beckett and I, we couldn't help but laugh in the theater at the heartfelt moments, because they came out looking a little bit like they had a few more chromosomes than they needed, and like it couldn't take the scene seriously because
we couldn't.
That was my only complaint. Like they should have. Well, actually, I have another complaint, but that was one of my complaints, that they should have casted like a younger person for those videos, like younger Ma and Pa Kent, instead of pigs, and like making them try to look young, but they're
Also,
gotcha.
I do prefer him to Kevin Costner though. Still,
really,
I didn't really like Kevin Costner as Pa Kent. I couldn't get behind him.
You didn't
like the way he was written, but Kevin Costner was awesome.
Oh, Kevin Costner is amazing. Yeah, but I didn't like the way he was written.
Being a person I'm from Kansas City, so I know. I mean, I spent a lot of time in Kansas. Those people that they cast for that were just like, they were so stereotyped. I mean, no one looks like that.
They made him way too hillbilly. I was just like, come on.
My biggest complaint about the movie is that the first half of the movie, if you basically took all the trailers and the cutscenes that they put out, like before the movie came out, and you put them all together, you have the first part of the movie.
See, that's why I don't watch trailers, because there were so many moments in the theater.
I definitely did.
Laughing out loud or amazed by something, and everybody else was silent, and I was trying to figure out why. And then afterwards, I was like, oh, it's because they probably all watched like a dozen trailers and a bunch of like footage before they saw the movie. I love going into movies blind. I don't like to watch any trailers at all.
I never watched a single trailer for this movie. I think I actually, as much as I just kind of like was rude to you there, I actually went to this movie not seeing a single trailer, and I enjoyed it. So I actually agree with you.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to go.
Fresh.
But they
I swear, don't watch anything. Companion was one of the best movies. If you watch a trailer for Companion, it ruins the whole movie.
Ruins the movie. Nobody knows how to make trailers anymore.
One trailer wasn't even a trailer. It was just him screwing around with Crypto. And at that point, I didn't even like him or Crypto, because I didn't know them yet. I thought I wouldn't, and then I enjoyed Superman.
I didn't even know there was going to be a flying dog.
This movie is by far the funniest Superman movie ever.
Oh, it's so funny. I laughed a lot.
Comedic elements to it.
Yeah,
Man of Steel is not funny. Man of Steel is not funny at all.
I have a question for you guys. Favorite moment and funniest moment.
I like the pencils and the mugs.
That's the funniest and favorite. Okay, what about you?
The Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, I like Mr. Terrific too.
I'm a big fan of Mr. Terrific, and like
the funniest moment for me, and I could not stop laughing for like a straight 2 minutes, was when Jimmy Olsen.
Better be a good spot.
Oh wait, when Jimmy Olsen meets up with the Mutant Toes girl, she's talking about trying to break up with him, and like he's just like trying to communicate with her, and she's like, yeah. She's like, you got to get out of that. Jimmy's like, you got to get out of that relationship. She's like, yeah, he tortured a dog yesterday. And he's like, Jesus Christ.
That actually was really
That
funny.
made me laugh so hard.
I like that too.
Can you just imagine some girls telling you about her abusive relationship? And she's like, yeah, he tortured a dog yesterday. Like, of course that would be your reaction. That's insane. It's so crazy. It made me laugh really hard.
All right,
Really,
biggest
really
gripe. I'm gonna throw
Okay,
out my biggest gripe real quick.
That's good.
Lex Luthor's supposed to be like some sort of genius, I guess.
Yeah.
And I
A
feel
little
like
bit.
his war tactics were a little bit inefficient, where he had to basically play battleship to fight the people. Like Tony Stark would have like AI analyze the fight moves in real time, and then he had to create a command, have that command processed by the person, and then he had to have the person do that. That seems a little efficient to me in war. That's all
Hey,
I'm saying.
Tony Stark built this in a cave with a pile of scraps.
That's
I did like it though,
Oh.
JP. I thought it was effective only in the one part where he keeps, and you guys can correct me, is he's like saying 1A, 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 and it's just boom, boom. I love that part, and he's doing it too. He's like doing it long. You can tell that he's vicariously living through this new Bizarro Superman that he created, and he really wants Superman dead. He hates this guy so fucking much.
So it's
How you
passion.
Humphrey's
Passion.
AI versus like a generative AI versus an artist. I love that comparison because I think that's a really quick way to explain it to anybody.
well,
Why
I mean,
Lex
like,
Luthor would hate him.
Fair enough.
Kind of like what JP just said. Like, if Tony Stark was that smart, he wouldn't need AI. Like, Lex Luthor is that smart when he didn't need AI. He already knew what to do. He told the guys, it's like he's playing a video game. He's telling them one
Yeah.
I think
he just
he's
got a
getting off
bit.
on him.
button and he's punching him. You know, like if it's like a video game.
And then he's having
Yeah.
this serious
All right.
conversation, and then he's like putting the numbers up like while he's speaking. That was so sick.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
He
Fair
the
enough.
three devs though. The three
They even
devs that
said
are like, yeah, Lex, come on. Nobody's
And I love
gonna
that
be
he cried at
excited.
the end. Like that
I-
he's so petty and like evil that he's so angry to have been thwarted.
Thwarted.
So that's your biggest gripe. What anyone else have a big gripe?
Lex was like watching Superman throughout, like since the 3 years that he's been around. He's been watching Superman's every move, and he knows every move that Superman's gonna do before he even does it. But the problem is, Lex Luthor can't fight Superman. That's why he made Ultraman to fight Superman. So he's using like Ultraman as an avatar, like a video game, to fight for him. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's basically what the 1A stuff was, basically, because he already knows.
I love that part.
Yeah.
I really did. I like that part. I don't know. What do we think about Green Lantern? The kind of subtle fingers.
That's his character. That's like
I love that. It didn't explain it really. It just went.
Very in character.
I love it. That was fantastic. Oh, so the crying green guy. I know I keep bringing this alien asshole up. Does he eventually become the? Is he somebody in the DC universe?
Metamorpho.
He's not like a major character. Yeah, that green baby was ugly. I have to agree with you. Beckett.
Thank you. Somebody said it.
Yeah, he was
You'll
really
want him dead. You'll want him even more dead. He is the. I mean, luckily you didn't have a big part, but he's the Jar Jar of this movie.
They actually have an episode. If you watch the Justice League cartoon, there's actually an episode that explains Metamorpho. So, like, there's a whole episode dedicated to Metamorpho.
Is Metamorpho kind of dumb? Is he really dumb? He
He's
seems really
just like,
stupid.
he's just like a dude, and like he falls in love with this like rich like tech guy too. Like this other guy is like Stag.
Oh, the dude?
No. This guy is Stag's daughter. So it's like Stag's daughter is a Sapphire Stag, and then like
Stag is a rich, famous corporation in universe.
Oh, okay.
you see the name Stag in the background in some places.
Oh, he's not an alien?
No, he's a metahuman. He's like the Toxic Avenger. like he just looks ugly, like he's
Oh, yeah, he does.
The last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna play the game, And also, there is a prize that you're going to get. You're not going to get it tonight, but next week I'm going to start giving out these prizes, which I will explain in a minute. They are NFTs, and there's gold, silver, and bronze level NFTs that you will win depending on how close or how far your guess is. We can close up and talk about any last closing thoughts about Superman that you guys want to talk about. I'll let you guys take the floor. So
One thing that no one brought up was I always find it weird when there's a relationship in a movie, like Jimmy with that girl, where the girl is really hot and he's not about it. Like that always just confuses me with chemistry and stuff like that.
That's
So
what
I just feel, huh?
Oh, this is what I tell people. This is like best way like to explain it to JP. You know what this movie is? Oh, I don't know if JP watched that movie, but this movie, like this universe is Last Action Hero. You ever seen Last Action Hero? So you have the real world. That's like the Snyderverse, and then you have the movie verse. This is what the Guns verse is. It's basically
So everyone's like supermodel hot.
Yeah, everyone's supermodel hot. Like destruction happens, and like next day everything goes back to normal. Everything resets.
Yeah, like the whole like splitting of the earth. They just everything goes back to normal. No
Yeah,
one has
like,
to spend any money.
People are not like concerned if like it did
Okay,
anything.
but with that being said, why doesn't he like her?
Because
she's crazy.
Because she's crazy.
Oh, she's great. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what I like, Aaron. Maybe that's my type.
We like the girl with the silver hair. Remember her, JP?
Oh yeah, she's a.
Yeah, what? She's a reporter.
She's part of the cast of like the Daily Planet.
Glasses. She's in there. She has
Cat Grant.
Oh yeah, the other reporter girl. Why was she there?
Oh,
She was just a hot reporter.
Yeah, she was great.
She's the one who does all the like Lois Lane and Clark Kent does all like the main news stuff, and then you have Cat Grant who does like fashion and entertainment.
Yeah,
and then you have Steve Lombard, the guy with the mustache, which is the funniest. That's the part that I thought was the funniest when he's like in the ship and he's like, "Where's my seat?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was funny. That guy was funny. That's actually my biggest gripe about the movie was, and I know they're not like Batman level, right? Like you don't have a Commissioner Gordon and like all the cast of characters that you have in like a Batman. But I wanted more fleshed out side characters like Perry White. I know he's not like J. Jonah Jameson and Spider-Man, but obviously they're a similar archetype, and I just wish he was more fleshed out because he's an interesting character. And then the other reporters, like you said, and some of the side characters, I would have felt I would have liked to seen a little more of them. And Kents also, like we only get a small snippet of them. And I don't know if that conversation that Clark has with his dad is earned, where he like gives him that encouragement, that like iconic, like, son, it's not about what the message is, it's about what you do with it. I didn't feel like it was earned enough, like as the father, like, yeah, he's emotionally attached and he's a big softie, but like, where is that, like, anything that he says matter? Like, I didn't get that sense from him. Like Kevin Costner did that. Like, you believe that Kevin Costner knows what he's talking about, and you believe him. Or like Marlon Brando. Like, of course you believe Marlon Brando, right? But this guy, he didn't have any gravitas. He didn't have anything that really made me think, like, yeah, dude, I can get behind what this guy was saying.
You can be anything you want. And Kevin Costner was like your man's dad. Like, he was like my dad. Like, he was a
manly man.
You gotta be a man. You gotta go to work. You gotta take care of your shit. You know what I mean? Like, but this guy was like, like you can be anything you want, son. Because you're always been good. Like because that's who you are.
I barely remember the Christopher Reeve's dad. I remember the little baby was naked lifting up the truck.
He was kind of the same thing as Kevin Costner. Like he was kind of like
Christopher. Oh, he's not.
Oh, Marlon Brando.
No, Marlon Brando was Jarrell.
No, he's talking about that. He was kind of like Uncle Ben, like great power comes great responsibility type of.
I don't remember him even saying anything. I need to watch that old movie.
Marlon Brando?
Because
his dad. Yeah. I'm sorry.
His human dad, not
his human dad.
Clark wanted to join the football team, and he's like, you can't because of your powers and shit. Like you think that makes you a better person, because you're already better. you know, and then his dad like ends up having a heart attack and dies right after that.
So sad.
Oh well.
But
I
that's
mean, it's better. Did you ever see that? Did you guys watch the Superman TV show where he has
Smallville?
a heart attack? No, the more recent one. He has to get a heart transplant.
yeah.
Why
Oh,
would
I-
Superman need a heart transplant? I mean, he dies of a heart attack.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
not
that.
the end
The
of the show.
CW stuff. I don't know. The same as the Flash.
I will say that I've always been a fan
You guys
of
can
like
watch it.
Superman's parents being alive than dead, because the original comics, his
Yeah.
parents die, and then he becomes an orphan, and then he goes to Metropolis. But then they retcon that, and then like I think like Pa Kent dies, but then like when they retcon after Crisis, like when they Man of Steel, John Byrne's Man of Steel, they had both parents stay alive, and that was always my favorite because Superman would always fly back to Smallville and need advice from his parents, and his parents, like his dad would give him advice, like, you know, like this is what you need to do, you know, or his mom would tell him, you know, kind of like Lois and Clark with Dean Cain. Did you ever see the show? It was like that in the animated series. It was the same thing. Like he would always fly back. If he had girl problems, he would fly back and talk to his parents about it.
Yep.
What should I do? You know, like I don't want to let her know that I'm Superman, like stuff like that.
I loved Lois and Clark back in the day.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, and I was seriously attracted to Terry Hatcher,
Oh yeah.
the Lois character.
Yeah. She was my favorite for a while, but Rachel Bosman is like my favorite now. Like
That's this one, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's like-
I think she's pretty, but I could, you know.
And I love the
could
Mighty
take
Crab Joys.
Yeah.
I think Terry Hatcher wins. Terry Hatcher wins hottest Lois Lane.
I think she was very hot. I'd have to agree. Yeah.
We didn't talk about the Superman robots. The Superman robots are cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that they use a lot of
yeah.
practical effects.
They piss me off because I have a thing where
C-3POs.
yeah, whenever there's a robot in a movie and it's like an artificial intelligence, they always have to say, "I don't have emotions." Such a trope. And then
Yeah,
then they
that's so
constantly
true.
whine and have fucking emotions later. They lie.
You know what it is?
You never
It's
gave me
weird,
a
but
name.
it's weird, but it's like even AI robots need to give exposition to a movie. It's just like we don't need that dialogue.
Stylistically, they were beautiful. I mean, those robots were gorgeous. They
Yeah, they were.
reminded
But
they were
then,
kind
but
of
you're
a
right
cool
that
combo of something from the 50s, but like modern at
Yeah.
the same time.
We're actually
but
a
you-
comic book, Superman All-Star Superman. So it's like
Oh my god, so I love that comic.
that's
Love
where
that
they took it from.
Oh, okay.
you're right though.
Yeah,
They
they were
also,
badass.
you're right
I mean,
though,
I want
Becca,
one.
you're right though. They do contradict themselves though. They're like, I do not have
Immediately.
emotions. I'm so no. It's just like, whoa,
How
what?
happy is the female one when she first freaking meets Clark, and then they says, I don't have emotions. It's just, I don't know. Obviously, I'm
If-
bothered by stupid things.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna give justice or logic to this, it's
Yeah.
it's just AI on the brink of self-awareness.
Probably. Yeah, it's close to AGI.
Oh yeah. No, I like
Right
that.
there. It's GPT-5. Yeah. But no, it was a great movie. I enjoyed it.
I loved it. I loved it so much. I want new Superman merch. He's my favorite Superman. I'm
That's good.
all in. I love Crypto. I wish they would have put like one or two real dogs in there. I didn't like that they only used digital.
I think Aaron's got a crush on the new Superman. I think he
he's
saw it, like the dimple. I think he liked I think he liked the dimples and the way he performed
Oh
it.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
I think Aaron's just like, I want the merch. I want the dog.
I just want him to pick me up in his arms and like just fly me.
Okay,
up.
okay. So that's not even gay. That's just stupid. Like whatever you said.
Okay.
Whatever you said originally was better.
parent came home and ripped off the
Okay.
poster of Henry Cavill and immediately rolled up this new one.
Yes, I never had a Henry Cavill because I hated him as Superman. But
I
yes,
have a Henry Cavill poster in my room right here.
I bet you do, Hump.
Yeah, it's like
Show
Here.
us that. Is it The Witcher? Oh, no.
I want to tell you my favorite Superman movie of all time. I remember it so vividly. Is Superman 4.
Oh, yeah. The Quest for
Richard
Peace.
Pryor.
I
No,
don't
that's
know
3.
that
That's
much
3.
about it.
4.
I'm
Quest
talking
for Peace.
4. 4. And that's the one movie where I was actually scared as a kid because I'm like, oh my God, Superman's going to die. And it's the one movie where they actually have to think outside the box to beat the bad guy. And I always think that a good villain is a good movie in the script is when they actually have to think and it's not just, oh, I'm going to punch him harder. So I really love 4. And if you guys don't remember 4, then are you guys Superman fans?
But honestly, JP, that's the worst fucking Superman movie ever.
Yeah,
It's it's so bad.
that one is the one that was like the worst.
Everybody hates that movie. Nobody likes
Special
that.
effects were horrible.
It's
I
awful.
love
didn't even have
4.
The guy scratches Superman and it gives him radiation poisoning. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
Did you ever see the deleted scene that before like Nuclear Man comes out, they actually have a Bizarro character?
Oh,
Oh.
really?
He wears a suit and he looks kind of
Oh.
like a dumb, like a retarded version of like Superman.
No,
Yeah,
So it's-
okay.
He's like, he just looks like a clown. He has like a suit on,
just
and
like
he-
ridiculous.
same powers as Superman.
Here we go. We're doing the game. We guess the score on
Oh, it's a
IMDb
stupid
from a
game.
numerical. All right. So basically, this game is we guess the score on a numerical scale between 1.0 to 10.0, right? And just so you know, whoever gets closest gets the prize. We're only giving out one prize a week right now. And just to give you how the IMDb scoring works, a 6.5 is the threshold for a movie being worth watching, in my opinion. 6.5 means the
Okay.
movie did at least one thing right. It had a really great script, or it had really great acting, or the story was really cool, but it falls apart for some reason. Maybe the ending sucked, or maybe some of the acting sucked, or maybe the premise was stupid, or maybe if it's animated, maybe the animation was horrible. 7.5 is the movie did a couple things really well. The story was great and the acting was great, but the first half was a slog to get through. It was an hour too long. It was this or that or the other, or it was forgettable, something like that. Anything over a 7.5 means that goes into rewatchable territory. Those are movies that you love, that you'll watch over and over again, or movies that changed your life or affected how you feel about film or about your life philosophy. So to give you reference points, Star Wars, New Hope is like an 8.3. Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King is like an 8.6. Really, you don't see anything higher than a high 8 on IMDb scale for movies. TV shows are a different thing, but we're just talking about movies. So that is the reference point for this game. Now that I've explained the rules, I've explained how the scoring system works. If we ever do streams again, start paying attention to the scores because you'll see how people rate them over time. You'll start learning the system. I'm going to let us do our guesses, and then I'm going to look up the score. And whoever touches their nose last is going to have to guess first. All right, JP.
7.3.
Don't say
No, I thought this movie was really good. I think I'd almost think it almost hit the 8.0s, but I think that I'm gonna go for a little below. I'm gonna go for 7.7.
Okay, 7.7. Who's going next? Beckett.
I was gonna say the exact same thing as JP.
Okay,
So I need to figure out, do I go
You
higher or lower?
over or under?
I don't know. I mean, usually IMDb movies come out strong and slowly they go down over time. So I'll say 7.8.
All right, 7.8. Beckett. Humphrey.
When I first went into the movie theater, like when I first saw it the first time, I give it an 8.5.
Nice. Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
But then like the second time I saw it, probably like maybe 8.9 or 9, maybe.
Wow. Yeah. That's
Holy
that's
crap.
really, really high. Yeah. You rarely see movies get up that high. All right. For me, fantastic movie. A lot of things worked. Some of the side characters weren't quite fleshed out properly. I guess if I had to make a complaint, I loved it so much. I would give it, and I'm hot off the movie, so I always rate it higher. For me personally, I'd give it like an 8.5, like one of the best movies of all time. But for IMDb, they're gonna go lower. I'm gonna give it like a 7 point. And it's a superhero movies, so those kind of take a hit sometimes because there's a group of people who just hate superhero movies. 7.5. 7.5.
It's been
Okay.
getting a lot of love though from like
7.5.
IMDb.
Here we go. Everybody remember your scores. We're looking it up. Drum roll. 7.6.
7 points. 7.6.
Oh,
Who got?
Aaron got it.
Who picked 7?
Do I win?
Who picked 7.6?
Yes.
that went up.
Who picked 7 points? Who picked 7.6?
I picked 7.5. So if you
Oh, wait.
off,
You guys tied. He said 7.7 and you said 7.5.
so because we both got 0.1 off, we both get silver tier NFT, which I will be sending you by email in this next coming week. So far, I've given 4 silver tiers and 1 gold tier, and then participation trophies are I'm not giving those out yet because that's if you get anything further than
Cool. I like that, Aaron.
We're ending this stream. Thank you guys for coming on. Until next time, see you later.
Bye, guys.
Humphrey, who is a huge comic book nerd. I don't know if you can tell by his room that he loves all things pop culture.
Marvel.
Marvel.
Pop
Is it all
culture.
Marvel?
What are you even talking about?
He's got his like.
He loves everything.
That's
He
part
loves
of
everything
it.
pop culture. What is? You even know
All right,
him?
you do an intro then, Doctor
No,
Intros.
what's your intro? Wait. Let me know. Arrow's a joke. All right. Yes, let's go. All right. We're here. We're currently briefly obsessed. With movies. That's right. And I got 3 of my friends here, and I don't know anything about them.